My name's Gambardella. I'm running for district judge. I was just saying back there that I'm going to get up there and say I yield my time to Sean because he was on a roll. But I'm back there watching everybody, and I'm going to drive the cameraman crazy because I'm used to trying cases and I'm used to walking all over the place. So yeah, that's right. And then my kids will say the camera adds 100 pounds, as they've told me before. I was sitting back there, and I tried over 100 cases when I worked for the district attorney's office, 100 jury trials. And I was listening to everybody's question and listening to everybody's comments, and I was like, why couldn't I get juries like this when I was with the DA's office? Because this is one hell of a group. As I said, I'm running for district judge. I was with the DA's office for 20 years. I've clerked for two of our judges, Judge Pete Beester way back in the day, 1987 when I got out of law school, and more recently, Judge Diane Gibbons. I had to resign that post to run for this position because there's a Supreme Court rule that says you can't be involved, employed by the courts and be involved in partisan politics. So just to show you my commitment here, I had to resign that position to run for this office. I've gone out, I've talked about my experiences in the DA's office. As I said, I tried over 100 jury trials, including two in which the defendant, the killer, wound up on death row. I tried the Robert Floor case with Diane Gibbons. If you remember, he was the individual who murdered Officer Brian Gregg in the St. Mary's hospital room. And Diane and I, Judge Gibbons and I, were the only two that responded that night. I stayed through the night, and I stayed on the case and worked with her until we put him on death row. The other case that I tried that went to death penalty was Alfonso Sanchez. He was an individual in Warminster who was basically involved in a drug deal going bad and killed two people in an apartment, shooting a third, a woman that actually put her own body over her child to protect the child so the child wouldn't be shot. So those two wound up on death row. I've tried a number of other cases, which I'm sure you've read my name in the paper or seen it on television over the years. In addition to those legal experiences, I was the first and only prosecutor in the 127-year history of our Bucks County Bar Association to be elected president. And during that time, see Colonel Mannion back there, and I wanted to make sure I mentioned this. During that time, I started a program where we provided free legal services to our military families here in Bucks County. And that was really, really important to me because they give so much to protect our freedoms. And I felt it was the least little thing I could do to give back. And Colonel Mannion, I was proud to work for you when you ran for Congress, and thank you for all you've done. As a district judge, in addition to having the experience to sit as district judge, I want to reform that office a little bit. And what I want to do, I've met with the police officers, the police chiefs in our district, a number of them. I've met with some school board members. I've met with community leaders. And what I want to do is I want to have a program that I could be involved in, just as I was in the district attorney's office, and reach out to the kids in schools. I want to make sure we keep our kids off drugs. Let's get them involved in whatever activities, whether it's, I heard the school board members mention sports tonight, whether it's sports, whether it's some other activities, school-based activities, faith-based activities, but just to keep them off narcotics. I mean, I've seen too many lives ruined by drugs. I was head of our narcotics unit. I responded to too many, I have 30 seconds left, I'll talk faster. I responded to too many scenes where, quite frankly, I walked over dead bodies. I've seen too many people pleading guilty in court and just having their lives ruined. So that's going to be really something I want to concentrate on as district judge. I just ask, if you're here, reach out to the people in my district. It goes from Plumstead to Regalsville all the way to the river. Call 5 people that you know. Tell them my qualifications. I think I'm the most qualified person for this job, and ask them to vote for me. Thank you.
Thanks, Gary.